Let's watch this video together.
That's when the Agbokare letter go submit in US and he was not arrested, and they arrested Nnamdi Kanu because there's a mission. People have to understand that, and we are still in one Nigeria. Unity of Nigeria is what you need. So you are not ready for unity of Nigeria. That is what I see, and I understand you. And that thing cannot work. You can go ahead, do anything you want. 2027 will flush you out with your message to Central Bank Governor Femi Cardoso, CBN Governor. You want to reduce 1,000 to disengage them from their work, and you expect to spend 50 trillion. Why? All you are doing is billion, 50 billion. You bought a vehicle, 6 vehicle, 10 billion, Femi Cardoso. Then now you want to disengage people and they are dissing, all the money involved is 50 billion. Why? You own all is billion. You don't have thousands. It's billion, from billion to trillion. What are we talking about? Okay, those people that you want to engage, last one you remove them, you bring Yorubas. Are we in Yoruba Central Bank? We don't have north, east, south. No way. We are not in Central Bank. If your Oga send you there to disengage the whole northern and south, we will not accept it, Oga. Do all what you want to do. 2027, yourself and your master, we will flog you out. Because south and east, you didn't even want us to be there. And we will not tolerate it any longer again. It will be seen that you are putting it only in one side, because last time you disengaged directors. You disengage 5 from the north, 6 from the south, and all those who remain, only you replace them with Yorubas. Why? Are we not Nigeria? Don't we vote Bola Tinubu? Why is he treating us like this? Why? Is it because our vote is a cost to us in the north and the east and the south, and you say we are one Nigeria? This is Odudua. It's not a distance. It's Odudua. We have said it. That is why Sunday Agbokare.
Wonder shall never happen. Okay, so now a Galo who vehemently campaigned for Tinubu some months back is now outside wailing, crying tears. I mean, I so much love my Igbo brothers because they are not going to fall for this gimmick. Oh, now he's a preacher of unity. He's now a preacher of, let us release Nnamdi Kanu. Let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. The unity of the country is sacrosanct. When Galo, this Garos or whatever his name is, was preaching, evangelizing the works, the wonders, they came out and said that Tinubu's Lagos reform is the ninth wonder of the world. I mean, so now, you don't touch him. He's not crying wolf, screaming, shedding crocodile tears. You have not seen anything. Yes, you guys just started. Oh, he's saying that Tinubu they are going to flush him out. Okay, that man paid his way into that seat. He paid his way inside that seat. None of you can do jack. In another video, we saw Bala Muhammad, the Bauchi state governor, issuing threats that if Tinubu doesn't do their way, it's going to be anarchy. I mean, these are the guys who are threatening brimstone and fire. They threaten number one. Are you guys joking? You know what? Tinubu just sits in his throne watching how these guys are just messianing, just looking at them, saying, oh, you guys, I know your mumu button. When I press it, you start dancing to my tune. You, Bala, I know your mumu button. When I press it, I squeeze your neck, I press your neck. You're going to start shaking. And then, you don't forget, these are the guys. Bala Muhammad is in PDP, by the way. His own mumu button is not even far. He's the FC minister. By the time the FC minister pounce on him and squeeze him, they squeeze his neck, press that neck. He's calling for anarchy. Tinubu is looking at there. Oh, your Sultan of Sokoto is in my pocket. The Bogu of Niger is in Tinubu's pocket. Let us go to the south. The Okon of Okon, the king there, is there. The Obi of Onitsha is in his pocket, 1. The Oba of Bini is in Tinubu's pocket, 1. The Oni of Ife is in Tinubu's back pocket. One. The Adeboyes who are preaching the gospel are in his chest pocket. Fear. The Imams who are pushing the religious discord are in his waist pocket. Fear. So he knows all these individuals, Mumuboti. If the Northerners do anyhow, he will threaten them that the France will invade them. So Galolo is now complaining. No, we have to let Nnamdi Kanu go. You allowed Sunday Igboho, who went to United Kingdom, to submit a letter to succeed. But here you are today, you are still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh my goodness, trying to buy cheap pity from the Igbos. But let me tell you, the Igbos would say, good morning. Now your eye just declare. You think these guys are gullibles? And the Yorubas sometimes can be very short-sighted. And as of today, the Yorubas are highly divided because Tinubu has squeezed them. He has thrown the seed of religious diversity of discord with fear. Because you can see that some Yorubas are now fighting him. They are highly, and I mean, when you are praying, do not pray to have the Yorubas as your political adversaries or your political enemies. So Tinubu says that if anything happens in Nigeria, those that know how to play political rivalry are the Yorubas, and I think they are now becoming unified. Oh my matter, what will I use to divide these guys? Oh yeah, Lucky Imam, let's throw this thing. Yeah, throw it. Jesus is not God. Oh, then you start saying, oh God. The next thing, Oyo State, let's do the Sharia law. God, no, we are Yorubas first. Some people say, I'm not Yoruba first, though. I am Yoruba, but I am Muslim first. Then the issue started. Everybody is divided. Nobody knows which direction. Nobody is talking about Tinubu anymore. Now, Tinubu is having his way, enjoying, flexing, cruising his Airbus here and there. I mean, you can see what's going on. So, Bala Muhammad, who thinks he is now squeezing Tinubu's neck, Tinubu doesn't have your time yet. And a Galolo or Goros, or whatever his name is, he said Yemi Cardoso appointed Yorubas everywhere. Hello, good morning, how are you? You think these guys are joking? When we come out, we preach equity, we preach fairness, and above all, we preach competence. Some people will allow their bigotry, maybe their ethnic bigotry, maybe their religious jingoism, to cloud their eyes. There was a time I used to support Tinubu, but when he came on board, I saw the nonsense. I shifted. We are both from the Yoruba place. I shifted. There's no point. He's so much incompetence. Election was a gamble. Everything afterwards now became clear, and we shifted. We didn't stick to him. So we didn't stick. The same thing applies to any other candidate. If tomorrow, if a Peter Obi gets there, or a Showore gets there, or an Atiku gets there, if I don't support them today, if they start working well, I will support them. If I support any of those candidates today, peradventure, they get the seat of power and they start misgoverning, I go against them aggressively. That is to show you that my loyalty is to my country. It is not to my tribe. It is not to my religion. Oh, Egarolo come out again. Oh God, these guys, they ask, we are going to flush them. How do you intend to flush them out? Have you forgotten the poverty that is eating deep into the pocket of the people in the north? All it takes, Tinubu, is just throw bags of rice to them. Go and give them rice. Give them rice. All of them will forget what the suffering is. Just throw rice to them. I was Tinubu now asked, what are you going to do about this issue of rice stamp? He said, Nigerians are hungry. He said, Nigerians are not organized. This is not going to stop him from sharing rice. He has been sharing rice in body law for the last 20 to 25 years. So he's not going to stop now. Because some few people, some unorganized people, he said it is not hunger that made them to find themselves in that state, that it is simply disorganization. So what does that tell you? When election season is near, oh my God, every week there will be bag of rice. Bags, 10 kg, give them, give them rice. Oh, so now Galo is saying he's going to, how do you want to flush? Tinubu will flush your own head and your fellow northerners. He's going to flush their brain with bags of rice. For Bala Muhammad, when the time is right, he's going to hold him by his blockers and squeeze it using Wike. Yes. Because I believe Bala Muhammad, this is the second, I think he's running the second term, right? So he's going to wrap up his own entire tenure by 2027. And by then, Tinubu will probably want to go for another tenure, which simply means that Bala Muhammad will be what? Vulnerable. Because we know there's no governor in this country that does not have one skeleton in his cupboard. So by that time, Tinubu is watching, observing. Now you they run your mouth. Don't worry, the time is right. When the time is right, I'll hit you hard. And by that time, you start seeing so many things. Look at what they did with Yaya Bello now. Look at what they did to him. Now Yaya Bello is an humble lion, no more a white lion that screams and shouts around. Look at what they did to Emefiele. Now if Emefiele is asked by Tinubu, come and wash my car, with immediate alacrity. With immediate what? Alacrity, because they are all corrupt. So he knows where to pick, he knows where to hit, he's just waiting for the right moment and he's going to strike them. Boom. So I don't take these guys seriously. They are all jokers. A Galo who is crying wolf, screaming, trying to buy sympathy for the Igbos. He thinks those Igbos are still gullible like they were in the past. He thinks they are senseless. They have learned from bitter experiences. They know you just want to use them. So stop calling them, Tinubu should stop. It's not going to work. We are all on this mandate together. You are still supporting the president of the day. We are all on this, all of us, our eye will peel. We are all on this mandate together. So Nigerians want to be distracted. Nigerians want to be foolish. Nigerians will allow meaningless issues distract them. Any small thing, they are talking about VDM. Any small thing, they are talking about Bobby Risky. For as long as Nigerians remain unserious, if I know it's my brother, leave him there, even if he's not, leave him, let us come. Then for as long as that is the issue, we are all on the mandate together. And nobody must follow. Nobody must follow on this mandate. We have to say it, but certainly it's not insulting anybody. We are calling on the presidency and the federal government to change their style. Whenever the policy is not popular, they should listen to people. They should not be arrogant and thinking that whatever they must be. This is not an oligarchy. Okay, now that we have Tinubu, let us give him a space. We as Nigerian, we withdrew our citizens and even some Nigerian citizens from these localities because France started bringing unrest to those places. But now France have been able to occupy, of course, which are officially approved by the current administration for a token. The government is fully aware of this. However, they are planning to disguise the current presence of the French military, who are planning to establish big companies around Mongunu, and they will masquerade these companies in Maiduguri down to Kaduna. They are going to disguise this company as a Canadian company. We are only saying this against the France because we know them, we have dealt with them, and they do not have the interest of their host African country at heart. They are welcome. I haven't watched that video, two separate videos, where in one, the Nigerian president exposing, shouting and screaming that Tinubu is about to exchange, like trade by barter, the northern Nigerian people for France to come in. And then in the second video, we can see Bala Mohammed also screaming and saying, Tinubu, review your tax policies. Now, there are rumors that the northern governors are planning a huge protest, a huge rebellion against the current administration to, by every stances, declare why the France are in the northern Nigeria. At this stage, I think it is becoming clear that the president of Tinubu is working with Western powers. He is not just only working with IMF, he is also working with France to ensure that he furthers his own empire. His best business ally is a French guy, Chaguri. And I want to believe that this recent affiliation with Macron, the president of France, or is it the prime minister of France, was facilitated by Chaguri. So there are many instances that is showing that Nigeria is moving towards destruction. The Northerners today are now beginning to get more enlightened and more, exposed to the hidden agenda of France, which is openly pushed by Tinubu. Was it not just a few months ago we saw the three key West African states, they got out, exited the ECOWAS, and they have now formed what we call the Alliance of the Sahel. All of them submitted the same complaint to the ECOWAS body, saying that France has been stealing from them. France has been dictating to them how they will govern themselves. So therefore, they have to send France away. Following that exit, Senegal has instructed the France troop to exit their soil. Cote d'Ivoire has done the same. Ghana is about to do the same. However, Nigeria is absorbing France. You can see how Nigeria is just standing on what we call a ticking time bomb. Tinubu is simply after his own personal interest. This is not an issue of national interest. Since yesterday, immediately, this military junta leader of Niger has released this video that we showed at the early stage of this video. Tinubu and his media aides have been working non-stop to, they've been to the market